King of the Pit TV signing in, talking Hermeticism, Rosicrucianism, Gnosticism, and everything in between. I've got a friend of mine, becoming quite a good friend of mine, and he studies with some interesting minds, and he was speaking to me about an internal alchemy as of recent, which I can't speak on. So, Into the Snowlight Gate is the title of this one. We're listening to Statecraft. This goes out to the Metal Maestro themselves. One love. Let's jump in. Come on. Come on. Come on. Check this out, right? Let's have a look at these videos chosen. And this is madness, right? Do you know? Look at this. Britain's censored crime problem. Connor Tomlinson. London chaos. How the anti-far right protest. Do you know? This is an interesting linguistic ploy. Over here, you can't be right wing. You're always far right. And I wonder why this is marketing no different to McDonald's, you know? I wonder why the media have utilised far right as opposed to right. Because left are lefties. That's what they call them. That's what your general people call it. Not me. But just as an observer, as an outsider looking into... look at this. Gary's Economics. Will AI destroy the economy? The economy is a fucking hidden tax anyway. The economy doesn't even exist. All right. Those whom have the control have the control. There's no, stock markets. Let me invest. It's a means of getting your fiat finance outside of your hands so you can't use it to actually invest into real tangible items. Right? You don't need much. You just need the bare minimum, and you need to be happy with that, all right, instead of striving for more. But you can't be right-wing over here. You can only be far-right, which is an interesting linguistic point, as I said, right? Fascinating. These are the tricks they play upon the people by using these... I'm not educated as far as linguistics and the spoken word is concerned, so I can't tell you... what I mean. I'm just making it up as I go along. But what you see here with Gary's Economics, will AI destroy the economy? And he's clearly an economics channel. You utilise fear like the media. Because fear porn is addictive to the human animal. And it's addictive because you're going to want to survive before finding... joy and happiness. So you're fixated on bad news and you're telling everyone about bad news. You're never telling people about good news because it's a survival mechanism. So when you switch the news on, it's like these are the things happening around the world and all it is divide. All it is you might die. All it is you might get blown up. And it's like, oh my God, I need to survive as a human animal even though it's got fuck all related to your actual real existence in the real world, and then people get glued on it, and then obviously through advertisement revenue, the attention economy and so forth, these businesses garner or alchemize your attention into financial resource. They transmute your attention like a porn star, whom is a demonic entity, will transmute your physical energy through the release of your semen into financial gain. That's real alchemy. That came prior to the real science of chemistry, did alchemy. So there you go. Some interesting moments to talk. But yeah, let's keep on going. Let's keep on going. And in relation to any sort of protest that happens here, it's always led by the intelligence. All right, don't think that there's not an infiltration of every... If you have a look into some information regarding intelligence agencies, they're at the forefront of every political movement. All of them. All of them. If somebody is spearheading a movement, have a look at their background. They might have started off legitimate and then they ended up getting put in prison for it. Why aren't they going back to prison, and what deal was made for them to come out into the real world? Yeah, I've read little bits and bobs. Political individuals who have a real motive. And so what better to say, you can continue doing your motive. We'll pay you to do your motive. Just give us information on who's who and let us err you into particular areas. Yeah? It's a madness. It's a madness. And it happens in America if you're American. I'm not just talking about England over here. It happens tenfold in America. It's all a facade. A theatre. That's pure unholy confessions. Is that riff I'm thinking of? That was Into the Snowlight Gate. Not a bad number at all. As I said in the last track, it's going to be a very uniform, coherent, consistent record. You can just tell. I like this sound. I like the tremolo picking when it comes to these metalcore racks. We got Bloodshed Revolution. Interestingly, this style of music, 90s metalcore, does pop up very regular. I mean, I've been in music circuits now for long enough to, you know, you always think, when can I have an opinion about, like, what things have come and gone? But I think I've been involved long enough, or at least from the outside looking in long enough, to notice at this point that these 90s metalcore acts, or the sound, do come up in the underground on a more frequent basis than your crossover bands, on a more frequent basis of your doom-laden bands. And I'm speaking of hardcore adjacent music here. This style of metalcore always wants to come to the forefront. It's a very marketable sound to a broad group of people, given they get the branding right, in my opinion. We got Bloodshed Revolution coming up next. King of the Pit TV signing in, listening to Celebrate the Forlorn Seasons. I don't know what forlorn means. Shall we work it out? One moment, let me find out what forlorn means. Forlorn is appearing sad, lonely, shameful, and all of that good stuff. So not necessarily a positive correlation. All right. Bloodshed Revolution, let's go. Track number 5 and 9. This might be the longest on the record. I think the last one might be quite long, actually. 7 minutes 6. And it's called Season's End, which is interesting because Earth Crisis, a very popular metalcore act, has got a tune called Gomorrah's Season End, which has got one of the best sing-alongs at the end. I am straight edge. Come on. Oh, here we go. Slayer. Don't forget, Slayer is the root of this metalcore shindig. Whilst we're talking influence today, the esoteric and so forth, I did a introductory course to social psychology as of recent. I was curious, maybe I should go get a doctorate and become a therapist of some sorts, maybe. And within the introductory information, we're using terms like racist and stuff like that in reference to theories and judgments that were cast in the earlier psychological assessments, assumptions, and importantly patterns that were orchestrated in the earlier days of such. Of course, historically speaking, that was a sign of the times. It wasn't classified as such at that point. And I'm not here to open up a can of worms here. But I'm there thinking, because I didn't go into higher education. And as a grown man looking in, I'm thinking to myself, why are you already telling me how to think? I thought this realm was supposed to be open for interpretation. So you could derive your own understandings and applications of such. And if you went too far off of the deep end, it would be self-explanatory. Why do you need to tell me whether something is or isn't, you know? If someone was to tell me, statistically speaking, white people operate in a particular manner, I would hear it out. But to label it with the term racist from the get-go is to predispose you into thinking that theory, idea, or consideration is to be shunned and denied. So already from the get-go, I was looking at this just thinking, this is straight up indoctrination. Like, what the fuck? Do you know? Because to utilize such term on a theory is to mean you in a classroom could not question the status quo. And what education and information is going to derive from a curriculum that tells you to not question because you will be deemed and labelled as someone who we don't want in our community and society? Are you seeing where I'm coming from? So obviously I'm looking at this introductory that is generally provided to younger people who may not see behind the curtain or may not necessarily have such an observant eye when it comes to the intention and influence that those in an authoritarian position have. Because fuck a teacher. What do you mean you're a teacher? Do you know what I mean? I've got no respect for a teacher. I got into punk rock because I had no respect for authority whatsoever, and that derives from childhood trauma. So I've done my own self-searching, my own self-assessment, and I'm very lucky that I'm here to talk to you due to my disdain of authority and how it had me acting out when I didn't understand myself. When I was finding myself. When I was an angry, aggressive young boy. So to think I would like to take this path and operate in this field, and your introductory of such is just like this overtly politicized telling you how to approach particular theories and observances by big massive names. There's a reason why these theories are being referenced, because you're going to be expected to look into them as some form of staple within the field, right? And you know where I'm coming from. I'm not saying there could be outdated methods and ideas. Most definitely. We evolve as a people, do we not? We learn as a people. That which is the foundation may not be of such quality information as to where we have now, but it's self-explanatory that those back in the 1800s, those back in the 1900s, may have had an opinion different to ours, such as we have an opinion different to those who come after us. So straight away I saw the indoctrination. It's completely turned me off, because it's like, you know, what more do I need to say, people? We're talking race politics tonight, people. Not really. My missus might come from a distant foreign land, yeah, that I never talk about. You might not know about that, eh? Namaste. Once again, why do you think I got the beard? I'm Sikh, I've converted people. Guru Nanak style, come on. Come on. We're talking Indian delicacies tonight, people. Pani puri, gulab jamun. Let's go. Let's go. Side to side. Wha, wha. Accidental. Side of the hand to the nose. Bang. Bang. Go back for another. We've got a good tune in the related videos. Well, we got a couple, to be honest. Anesthetized by a Porcupine Tree. I don't know why that's there, but that record's really good. The Porcupine Tree, phenomenal. Phenomenal band. I really like Porcupine Tree. But this tune is what I'm referencing. Within the Walls of Babylon by Archangel. We got Saint Michael, Archangel Michael on the front, foot down on the devil's head. Within the walls of Babylon. It's a banger, that one. That is metalcore through and through. That sort of is symbolic of the real metalcore sound. Don't know who these are. Detester. Detester X Dominion. Don't know who they are. Someone says evolution of melodic metalcore. No such thing. No such thing. It's either melodic death metal or it's metalcore. There's no melodic metalcore whatsoever. I think that's the point of metalcore, innit? Generally, there is an element of melodicism to it. I think that comes as a self-explanatory component. I'm enjoying this. I'm enjoying this. Come on. Come on. Panic chords. Come on. Hard. Hard. This is the best breakdown we've had so far. I didn't think they were going to have another breakdown at this point in the tune. Love that high register guitar there. Banger. Banger. Ignorant breakdown there at the end. Did enjoy that a lot. I did enjoy that a lot. Moving on, we got Forever Yours. Yes, see you there.